Hi everybody, MamaNature here. Today I'm going to just show you my morning routine, and you'll see how I go from this to the picture that you see on my video. MamaNature here. So what I start with, before I even get started, I like to pull my hair up. It's still wet because I'm fresh out of the shower, and then I go ahead and I throw on an shirt over my nice clothes so that I don't get anything on me. Okay, the first thing that I like to do is I put on a couple of drops of my youth oil. And I've already done this step, I'm sorry, but really this is just one, maybe 2 drops is all you need. And I cover my entire face with it. It gets me moisture, and it also is really great for taking care of any kind of old sun damage. But I lived for 5 years in the jungles in Central America, so I spent a lot of time in the sun. All right, so after I do that, I like to go ahead and I just put on some powder because I don't want to be shiny when I'm in any of the videos. And look, I do not go in for anything expensive. I don't want to pay a lot of money for my look. I do drugstore cosmetics all the way, okay? Now I use a CoverGirl powder foundation, and I just go ahead and I dot that around my eyes. And especially now, because we're always wearing masks whenever we go out into public, it's really not necessary to go any further down your face. But for me, because I'm doing videos, little eyelash, there we go, I like to go ahead and just make my color uniform. And this is very light, and because it's a powder, it does not starve the pores. It's very nice, doesn't block the pores, rather. Gets rid of the shine very nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and come on down the neck so that everything remains uniform. There you go. Not too bad. I'm going to give you a little secret now. I'm going to be 53 in the fall, a couple months. So this routine really gets it done. After I've done the base, my powder foundation, I go ahead in with some eyebrow powder. All right, this is just a simple Maybelline eyebrow, and because I am not a child, I'm not interested in these great big Joan Crawford eyebrows, but I did pluck them within an inch of their lives back in the 80s. You know, we all did that. So I just like to put in a little suggestion of a brow. Just a nice swooping shape to fill in the blanks. And I have a little bit of a special challenge because back in 1985 I was involved in a car accident, and it took my scalp, peeled my whole scalp back. So when the surgeon went ahead and sewed everything back together, he gave me sort of a half of a facelift. So this eyebrow is higher than this one. So when I pencil them in, I try to go low on this side and I go high on that side so that it sort of kind of looks even when I'm done. Little special challenges we all have. That accident, by the way, was a catalyst to my understanding the depth of my psychic abilities. Now, I always knew that I had the ability to see things, but that accident, things like that change your life. It just opened me right up. So now I'm going to go ahead and put in a little bit of color on my lids. Little light color just on my lids. When you get to be older, you don't want to do too much dark in the eyelids because it tends to make your eyes look smaller. We want them to look a little bigger. That's a youthful look. So I'm going to use that same light color underneath my brows. Okay. And then I've got a slightly darker tone of the same color And I'm gonna come in and do my lid. I have a lot of real estate in the lid there, so I like to fill in a little bit so that it doesn't look all blue and veiny. As our older skin tends to get a little thinner, you start to see all the little blood vessels showing through. And we don't want that. We want to preserve some mystique, little illusion of youth, if you will. All right, so after I put on a little bit of color, I'm gonna go in with a black eye pencil, and I'm gonna do the thinnest thin little line, but really just on the outside of both of my eyes and only on the top. I see a lot of times women my age and older go really dark with this under their eyes, and it ruins the look. It really just makes you look older. Don't do that anymore. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I start just inside the center of my eye, so just in from my pupil, but not all the way into the corner of my eye. And I work my way out like feather-like strokes, teeny little bit. And then when I get to the end, again, I don't go all the way to the corner of my eye, because as we age, the eyes tend to droop. And if I take that line all the way to the corner, it will just exacerbate it. It'll point it out. So I come almost to the end of my eye, and then I make it a little bit thicker right there at the end. So I'm not going for the big sweeping cat eye, but I am going a little bit thicker just to give the impression of that cat eye style. Okay, so I'm staying up with the fad. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Light, light, light. There we go. Okay. I have an eyelash threatening to jump in my eye. Can't have that. All right. And remember, you know, Q-tips are your friends. If you put on a little bit more than you intended, go back in there with a Q-tip. It acts like a little eraser. Something else that's important when you're up in the years is you want to make sure that your lashes have been curled before you go ahead and apply your mascara. It just opens the eyes out. It brightens up your eyes. And in fact, the word mascara in Spanish means more face, right? Mascara, more face. Didn't know that, right? Makes sense though, doesn't it? So I'm gonna go ahead and gently grip the lashes, and I'm gonna squeeze them to a 10 count. I just count to 10 in my head. 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And good old Maybelline. Remember back in the 70s and 80s, we all used the same one. It was the pink bottle with the green cap. Now it's just a different bottle, but it's the same stuff. Okay? And I go ahead and I get in deep close to my eye, so the very beginning, the root of the lash, and then I come out to the tips. There we go. And then for the bottom, I just sort of touch the tips of the lashes. And do the same thing on the other side. And every time I do this, I think of Molly Ringwald in the movie Breakfast Club, and you gotta make that face, you know? She told Ali Sheedy to make that face. There we go. Okay, mascara, more face. One of my favorite tools is this little guy right here, and this is just an eyelash comb. And I used to have a plastic one that I liked very much, but this one has stainless steel teeth, and they're thin and they're precise, and they get right in where I want them. So I'm gonna go ahead in my lower lashes and just get rid of any clumps. And then I'll do the same thing, working from the outside of the eye in. There we go. I'll do the same thing over here. Any clumps from the lower lids. From the outside to the center, towards the nose. and just smooth them out. There you go. When I'm doing my makeup, I like to have 100% mirror, so this is actual size, right? And then I have a 5 times magnified mirror so that I can see each individual little lash when I'm doing my mascara in the end. This is just a magnetic mirror. I just stick it right on there, it works perfectly. For my lips, I just go with a sheer CoverGirl SPF, and it comes in a couple of different colors. This one I think is Clove. I don't know, I can't see it without my glasses, but this is just a little sheer tint. And I use it more because I tend to lick my lips when I speak, and if I have something on them, I don't lick my lips when I speak. Nobody wants to see that, so this is sort of a way to remember to don't lick your lips. That's just me. And there you have it. There's a nice fresh face, and I'm ready to go ahead and do my next video. Okay, the day is over. That means it's time to wash all this off my face. And I thought I would add that as a little bonus portion of the video. What I use is a Norwex body cloth, and this cloth with a little bit of warm water is all you need. And it just takes a few minutes to get every little bit off. Get all that mascara right off. Nice and gentle. And there you go. Now I'm ready for bed. Please click the like button below and click on subscribe so that you see more of my content. Remember, Mama loves you. Until next time, thanks for watching.